I believe that reading Jesus' words is very similar to reading a speech that Einstein would have made to a first grade class. He would essentially simplify truths to such a bare basic level that the first graders could nod their head and say, I understand. And so that's what I feel what we're doing when we read Jesus' words. The literal words are not nearly so important as what happens within us as we take these teachings and awaken to them at an experiential level. And so to me, that's just as much being a Christian as it is to hold on to just the way it was translated and written down 2,000 years ago, what he said to a small group of people or a large crowd. I really think what he was asking us all to do was grow beyond the words, grow beyond the religion.
3 months after I began meditating,
I woke up one morning and I was making breakfast and I realized I am so happy making this breakfast. Wow, I'd never had that experience before. And as the day wore on, I realized I was just happy being alive at a level that I never had before. And everything around me was an expression of the divine. And so I remember when that first happened, for 3 weeks, I wandered around in bliss, just so filled with this joy that was just pouring out of my being. And then I had to go to work. And that was the tough thing. It was to be able to maintain that awareness. Before I had my awakening and progressed in this path, if I wasn't entertaining myself, if I wasn't having some kind of sensory stimulation or working my mind in some way, my resting state of happiness was sort of dull, sort of flat, and then I would be bored. So one of the things that happened with this awakening was the awareness that I'm filled with this life energy. I'm connected to the universal life energy. So just sitting here, I feel that life force thrumming through my mind and my body. So it's ever present. I've never yearned for any level of intoxication after that first initial awakening, never again. But of course, in my teens, in my 20s, my early 20s, I was seeking some way to bring myself to a higher happiness level in my resting state. So you can't really find that. So you use drugs, you use alcohol, whatever, and always it's temporary, and then it leaves you in kind of a pit afterwards.